Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on our channel Collect4. Thank you to everyone so far that has subscribed, commented, watched the videos, and shout out to the people who have DM'd us with them getting involved in reselling and making money on the side. Hills, you're one of those people. You bought yourself some t-shirts from charity shops and sold them back on, I think you said it was on eBay, so GG to that. And that's the point of this channel, to show anyone you can make money from reselling if you want to work hard enough at it. And if you have some knowledge of the area, and you don't have to have immediate knowledge, you can learn. You can gain that insight as you go. But this video, we're going to talk a bit about Shinami. So we've got the three businesses, for those of you that don't know. Me and my brothers run them on side of my other YouTube channel, basically. So we've got the Fuzzy Garms, which is our vintage clothing business. We have Collect4, which is what this channel's named after. And that's our major business, I guess, in terms of the Funko Pops. We've got one behind us, a really cool one there. And then we also have Shinami, which is a brand new one that me and Sean have launched together recently, where we buy and sell sort of reselling of trainers mainly. That's probably what we're going to stick with. Essentially, we buy them, we either clean them up, do them up and sell them on, or sometimes they're in just great condition that we buy them cheap and just resell them straight away. But with Shinami, we set it up a couple of weeks ago, basically, and we've already made 3 sales. And what we've gone and done is reinvest that money directly back into the business again. So we're not taking anything out of the businesses yet. We're just going to keep building them up as we go. I'm lucky enough that I've got obviously other businesses that I work with and my YouTube channel and that sort of stuff. But we will get to the point where we take money out. But right now it's a case of getting as much stock in as possible. And with that in mind, we took the money we made from those 3 sales, about 140 quid in total for those 3 sales, put a bit of our extra money in that we've made from Collect4, so we cycle that business, and we've gone out and bought some shoes. I'm going to show you what we bought, show you what they're selling for, and so you guys can see for yourself the level in terms of what the buy prices, the sell prices, and how well you can do. So we're going to be getting out of the chair today, which is exciting. I'm going to see you at the desk over there. I'll be right back. Alright guys, welcome to Sean's desk. Now, he's graciously allowed us to use his desk to show you guys these shoes that we have bought. We're quite tight on room. You'll see when we do the room tour just how tight the space is in terms of what we try and get done in such a small space. But Sean doesn't want to be in any of these videos, do you, Sean? No. He refuses to be in them. So you'll hear him in the background every now and then. We will try and get him in videos if we can, but he flat out refuses to do it. So you'll see me and Yellen most of the time. But I digress. These are the shoes that we've bought, basically, in all their glory. We'll go through them and we'll tell you what we paid for them, what we hope to sell them for, and the sort of sold comps. So we'll try and bring up what they've either sold for or what they're listed for at the moment, to give you a rough idea of the profit that we hope to make from them. Always remember that you've got to take about 10 to 15% off in fees, but it's still very, very good money either way. We'll start off with probably my favourites out of all of them is these floral Air Max 95. So these are actually quite a rare pair. You don't see them too often, but really, really, really nice pair indeed. They're in unbelievably good condition. The person that owned these before barely worn them. Like you can still see that inside has barely been rubbed off. Superb, superb condition. Now, we bought these on Vinted and we paid a bit more for them than we would normally pay. We paid £26 for them all in, so that's including postage. But the reason we did that is we saw, and we managed to research beforehand, that it was selling on Depop. I think we saw a pair for £75. And then we looked on eBay and saw that a pair had sold for £60, which Yellen should be able to bring up now for you. And so for us, it was a no-brainer. We'll probably list them for £55, including postage. So a sale price of about £51 after postage is done. So it's not a terrible price. We might list them for a bit more and see if we get a bite. But I'm a massive fan of these. And I just like them. They're different. They'll look good in the shop. So either way, they're really cool. And we'll move on to the next pair, which is a pair of Nike React Visions. I think these are GSs as well. Again, these are quite small. They're technically, I think, you class them as sort of big child, small women, or normal women, I guess. In terms of the size of the shoe, but they're really, really nice, and again, in superb condition. They've barely been worn. The bottom has a tiny bit of dirt on the sole, but we'll wash that off, which is decent. Let me actually show you that quickly, so you can see just how much of the sole shred is left. So you can see it, unbelievable amount of the sole shred left, so it just needs a clean up, and they will be perfect. But again, really nice colour. We're heading towards, obviously, spring and whatnot. White shoes in general are just a really easy sell. White goes with anything. So you haven't got to sort of wait for someone that's really, really going to like them. These were a bargain. We paid £20 including postage for these on Vinted again. And they're currently, we couldn't find any of them, any of this design on Depop or Vinted or anything like that. But we found them being sold in the shop. And about €96 there, £80 roughly brand new. They're on sale. So we're hoping we're going to get about £45 or £50. We'll probably go £50 again with postage. So we'll make ourselves a nice chunky sort of double our money on those, which is superb. Very happy with that. Next are these Air Max 90s. These are always good. They're pink. Pink shoes do really well. They're a nice pink as well. Girls like them a lot of the time, and again, these are in supreme condition. There, you can see here. So mine are sort of creasing here, which you can get out. We'll show you how to do that. Get that out relatively easily using an iron. Don't just go and directly apply an iron to shoes, you'll burn them. But there is a way you can get them out either way. Again, these were £20 all in on Vinted, which is not bad at all. I was really happy with that. Again, like I say, in superb condition. The lace is lovely. I don't really know if the person really worn these. We saw some dirt on the sole, but nothing terrible. I think I've worn them once or twice, and my guess is they were too big for them because there are creases there. So that's my guess in terms of the reason why they've basically in such good condition. That's probably why they were too big. That's when you see creases. Again, £20 all in on Vinted to pick these up. We pick a lot of our shoes up on Vinted. And as you can see on the screen now, Yellen will show you they're currently listed on Depop for £50, sorry. £50 with free delivery. So we'll probably do the exact same thing, probably $49.99. And we'll put them on Depop and eBay. eBay, like I say, is a brilliant place to sell shoes. So we'll get those listed and that should be decent. And as you can see, so we made £145 from those shoes so far. We sold the other day, 140 roughly actually. And so far these shoes are 66 quid. So we've reinvested really well, if we're being entirely honest. On to our next set of shoes, and we're finally onto some men's shoes. These orange 270s, they're technically it's a grey, white, orange, but again, some people call it black. To me, that's grey, but I think they're listed as black shoes, which I don't think they are. But these are really, these were a bargain. Absolute bargain. We paid £20. We bought these off Spock. Something that we, for the first time, touched. The bubbles are brilliant on them, if you see there. Bubbles in fantastic condition. We have used Spock a few times before for buying random bits, but Sean found these on Spock and they were a bargain. So yeah, £20 all in posted, direct to our door. And you can see on screen right now, there's a brand new pair on Depop selling for £135. Now, I couldn't find any others of these. I went onto eBay and I found very similar ones that are sold for 60 quid in and around that. So I'm hoping we'll get 50 to 55 for these. They are in fantastic condition. They just need a bit of a clean up from the person who last owned them. But again, we're not even broken £100 yet, and we've already got 4 pairs of shoes from the 3 we sold before, if that makes sense. And then we'll head up to the top here. And it is a pair of Air Force One mids, just generic white Air Force One mids. And again, nothing offensive, nothing crazy, nothing terrible. Again, in superb condition, barely any creasing on them at all. And another pickup, these were from Vinted. These were 24 quid. Now, the reason why we bought 24 quid is we literally had seen a pair sell for £56 on eBay. When we researched it, you'll see that on the screen. It's £56 plus postage, so £24 to us was fine. And it's also because they're in such good condition. White shoes in general, you can't really go wrong with. You really can't go wrong with them. White shoes in general are very, very good. If we head over to here now, I don't like these shoes, but people go mad for them. Air Max 97s. I'm not a massive fan of 97s, but people really do like them. Either way, these were a bargain. And they were a bargain because I saw a Tommy Hilfiger hoodie that I wanted, so I bought that for myself. And that was a tenner. And then I saw these, and they were 20-something pound. I said, how much would you do all in? And they offered me them for a tenner. So I said, yes, sure, no problem. And I took them for £10, which is a really, really good deal. We're hoping to get something about like similar to £40 for these. So there's a pair on Depop selling for £50 that have been worn once. These haven't really been worn. They're in pretty good nick in all honesty. There's a bit of bobbling at the back there, but nothing terrible. So we're hoping for 40 quid. But even at 30, 35, we've nearly tripled our money on them, which is superb. We're very, very happy with these. And they were a good buy. And then the final pair of shoes, the ones we're keeping anyway, is this pair of Vapor Max, the older design, but still really sought after. These we paid £18 for on Vinted. They're technically kid size, but again, small feet, women could buy them. But you do find people on eBay, mums and things like that, buying their kids Vapor Max on eBay. And you can see that with the sold comp on eBay of £60 plus postage, I believe it was. That should be up on screen now. So £18. If we turn that into 60, I'll be extremely happy with that. I'll be very, very happy with that. Final pair we got somewhere, I don't know where they actually are. We've got a pair of Nike Roche runs as well. They were a fiver. Sean's going to get them now, actually. Let me just have a look down there. So a pair of Roche runs from Sean there. We paid a fiver for those. We'll probably get 15, 20 quid for them. Again, tripling our money. So what I'm going to do now is go away. That's some postage, by the way. Dubs. I'm going to go away. I'm going to show you 2 pairs we bought the other day and why we're returning them. We'll be back. All right, guys. So you've seen the good. Now for the bad. These ones here don't actually look as bad as they are, but you'll see in a second when we dive in deeper. Now, this person that listed these said they were in very, very good condition, no flaws, like perfect condition essentially. So we bought them. I think we paid nearly 20 all in for them. And this seller was disgusting once we dealt with them. So basically, instantaneously we noticed the laces. Now, you want them to be in good condition. They're frayed. The plastic on them isn't very, very good. Some of them are okay, but not great either way. But you'll see there's damage there to this bit here, which is not ideal. The bobbling inside means they've either been washed in a washing machine, which you never want to do with shoes, or that's just sock fluff. Either way, you should probably clean that out before you sell them and send them to someone, basically. And then the back, really, really dirty. Like, I know some people are like, oh, they're all right. If they were your own shoes, fantastic. If you were buying them, would you be happy with that? There's a level that you can clean and get on with, but that's not it. You need to be able to make sure that you can get the clean up and sort that out. So we spoke to the seller about them, and we said to the seller, listen, we're not very happy. They're not in great condition, and the seller just lost her mind, basically. Essentially, they hadn't arrived at first, in fact. She sent them in a carrier bag, and they hadn't arrived. And what happened was they fell out the carrier bag, we think, at the shop. The shop let us know that they found them, so we've got them back now, and now we'll be sending them back to her because they're not very nice. But you don't send shoes in a carrier bag in the first place. You don't send anything in a carrier bag in the first place. And try and be respectful. If someone really has an issue with something we're selling, we'll always talk to them. It's easy. Then this pair, you would have seen these in the video yesterday. I've never dealt with a seller like it, in my opinion. They're awful. So we bought these and they were listed as immaculate, was what we were told. Immaculate condition. I think they were £13 or £14 posted. So cheap, but irrelevant of that. If you're listing them as immaculate, I expect them to be immaculate. That would be what you'd want. So essentially, when we got these straight away, we were like, these aren't immaculate for basic reasons. So you can see the threading there is, I don't know what's happened, a dog chewed it or something, with like dents and whatnot and marks, which are absolutely, it's horrendous condition, really poor condition. The creasing on them, not the worst creasing, but more creasing than immaculate without being blunt. And then the back, the sole's incredibly worn. We were debating at first whether these were even legitimate, because they were, the back was so worn out. It's so curled up. It's way more than you would do normally on these shoes. So they've been well worn. They were not immaculate. And then we looked at this one here, and you can't really see it inside, but that whole back bit there has been sort of torn up. I'm trying to see if I can get to a lighter part, but the whole back bit there has been torn up where someone's worn them and really worn into them. And again, this bit really well worn out. The person said they barely worn them, and then the soles were very dirty as well. So we weren't really happy with them. We explained that to the seller, and they lost their mind, basically saying, what did you expect for £10? Even though we'd asked them what the condition was like. Basically saying, I don't care what the pictures show, they're not that bad, but return them whatever, I'll give you a refund. After that, they kept going on, and in the end, it was actually quite a pain to deal with. So these are both being sent back today to the sellers because we're not going to be keeping them. We did debate the 97s, just because we could probably sell them quite cheap and list the flaws on them, but I think we will be taking them back. But essentially, they are the shoes that we have bought, and like I say, I've been trying to add it up now, roughly 86, 90, 110. 128, £135. So basically, we turned 3 pairs of shoes, because we're not including these guys into it, into 8 pairs of shoes. So that's basically the idea of the business. So you take 3 pairs, turn it into 8 pairs, take 8 pairs, turn it into 20 pairs, and that's what you've got to be doing. So I'm going to see you guys back on the computer now. I'll see you soon. Alright guys, so hopefully that has given you guys an insight into basically what we sold originally, how we bought and reinvested that, and what we're going to be listing those shoes for. Just always remember something. If you're not happy, then don't keep an item if you picked it up. Or if you're going to pick it up, some people will go and pick an item up they're going to sell via Facebook Marketplace and go, well, I'm here now, I might as well buy it. Don't. Just, if you're not happy with it, send it back. Obviously, if you know that there's damage to them and whatever, you're taking that risk, that's on you. But we always ask, is it in good condition, is it not? But those shoes there are in superb condition. Next video, I think we'll show you guys about how to photograph effectively. We're not masters at it by any stretch of the imagination, but we've got it down to a fine art in terms of how quickly we can photograph things, and the positions within a very small space that we create the illusion that we're sort of making a photo shoot. So I think we'll show you how to list items next time in great detail, probably using these shoes to list up and show you guys what we have done. And yeah, we'll go from there. We'll keep adding to it. Hopefully these videos are helping you guys. But if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below. Make sure your notifications are turned on so you never miss an upload. But for now, I'm out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.